We are back on Girl Talk. Yes, we're at Custom Audio Video. We are with our friend Sean Stewart. Thank you for joining us. Peanut Gallery Ian is behind us.
I know, he's trying to distract.
Exactly. I think he's coaching us to make sure that we talk about what we're going to talk about today.
So. Yeah.
You know, as a designer, furniture and cabinetry is really important to me. And when we walked in today and we were chatting a little bit about what we were going to talk about, it's interesting because I don't really think of audiovisual equipment and furniture in the same sentence, but I'm wrong. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things that you feature and focus on.
Yeah, so, I mean, a lot of people think, oh, I just got to get a piece of furniture to kind of house a lot of my electronics.
Exactly.
And it works somewhat, but there are specifics. We have a couple companies that we work with that design cabinets like this one specifically for all of the electronics.
So why would a cabinet be specifically for all of the components? What's different than just a traditional regular old piece of furniture?
Yeah, so really two big things in my mind is, number one, the size, the depth, the width, and everything is designed for most standard electronics that you might have in there.
Okay.
So it's taking that into account. And the other one's a very big one, and it's making sure that there's a lot of ventilation in one of these.
Why is that important?
So you got a lot of those electronics in there that cause a lot of heat. And especially when you're in compact spaces, you know, nobody wants to spend a good amount of money on a very good system, and then it essentially just cooks itself to death.
I never even thought about that, actually.
Yeah. So, you know, these, for instance, this one in particular has the open face, and then there's a lot of ventilation through the back. The back's easily removable, so you can run wires through it and everything.
Very stylized to me.
And you can kind of see here, I'll open one up. But then also under some of these some of this equipment, there's actually vents, kind of like AC registers that you'd see on the ceiling, to help that ventilation through there. You
really
can see that there's a lot of pieces of equipment in there. They create a lot of heat. You need to make sure that that air can get in and out.
Let me ask you a question about the cabinet itself. Is it not modular, but movable? Are the shelves able to accommodate different sizes of pieces?
They are. These pieces generally come with all kinds of options for where you're going to put those shelves. Different heights. This is one of the lower heights. You can go different heights, get you a lot more shelves in there as well. So a lot of customization depending on the equipment that you're going to put in your piece.
Okay, so I come in and I am a client. I've got all my pieces. Are my speakers in here? Just my component pieces? Is it for my television? Is it for my surround sound? What goes in here?
Yeah, so there's a lot of options that you can do in there. You can get speakers in some of these.
Okay.
A lot of them will have the option to put what looks kind of like a speaker grill on the front. So it looks like a nice little black piece in there, but it's actually acoustically transparent so that sound can come through it. So you can hide, for instance, this kind of center channel inside of a cabinet if you wanted to as well.
Okay, let me ask you this. From a style point of view, are there different more contemporary, more traditional looks? And do I buy it when I buy my my actual audio-visual pieces, or do I buy it separately?
Yeah, so we, with different clients, we deal with these a lot in the whole project that we're building.
Okay.
So we're taking into account, these are the 8 components that are going to go in there.
Okay.
This is the piece we want to look at. And for style, there's all kinds of options, both in look and in coloring and everything. So different types of wood.
And so what I hear you say is, based on what you and Ian have both taught me, is you like to be brought in on a project as soon as possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. As soon as possible. The earlier, the better, because we can plan with everything that goes around an AV system.
And it makes a lot of sense to me. The sooner you get in, the more I can do my design around some of the pieces that you have too, and around the way people want their home to perform as far as audio video equipment.
Exactly. If you treat your AV equipment as an afterthought, it's going to kind of look like an afterthought in your room. But the earlier we get involved with a designer like you, we're looking at all of those pieces that are going to end up in that space to help people create the ideal look and feel of the room that they're going to spend so much time in.
Do people really know what they need or want? They bring a plan into you. Do they have an idea of what is going to be important for them? Or are those questions that you really lead them on and help them answer?
Yeah, I mean, you've got a spectrum of clients. Some come in and go, this is exactly what I want. And then we kind of look at it and tweak it depending on. And then some go, I have a general idea, and kind of fill me in, and other people go, I don't know what I want, I just know I want something. So that's where our designers come in, working, asking those questions to find out truly what somebody wants the ultimate experience to be, and then build from there.
What's interesting is, as an interior designer, when I have come in, I use your designers like Ian and people to actually, I don't have to be the pro, I don't have to know everything. That's what you guys do.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, and that's what we try to do is let our guys use the knowledge that they know. Don't worry about dealing with it. You know, I once had a guy I was working with, and I started explaining a bunch of stuff, and he goes, no, I'm a surgeon.
Right.
I don't ask you to know anything about surgery.
Right.
I don't want to know anything about this.
I just want it to look
Just give
good
me what
and
I need
function.
to get. Exactly.
And from what you guys say now, it's really pretty user-friendly. Most of these things are not so complicated now that they're past our pay grade. We can all really use them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, more and more tech every day in everybody's home. So why not take advantage of that and really design to get the best solution out of it?
And it can look amazing, just like this cabinetry. And I do think cabinetry is important. Thank you for joining us. We want to thank all of you for joining us this week here on Girl Talk. Have a wonderful one. Bye-bye.